They say beyond the forest where the silver rivers bend, there lived a creature no hunter could defend. No claw, no fang, no poison in its breath. Just one white horn between the living and the dead. Old books call it impossible, old paintings call it true. Some say it only appeared when the sky turned pale blue. 3 white feathers resting underneath the willow tree, and every person who found them forgot what they had seen. What walks through fire without becoming black? What sees a broken world and never gives the darkness back? What has a horn but never fights? What enters the forest only underneath moonlight? The riddle starts with silence and ends with something pure. A mystery without a witness and a story with no proof. Some say the unicorn was born where innocence began. Some say it disappeared the moment cruelty entered man. A village kept a painting hidden underneath an ancient floor. A white creature standing quietly beside a golden door. No chains around his body, no guards around the gate. Just children drawing flowers while the adults discussed their fate. The painting had one problem that nobody could explain. Every face was smiling except the king beneath the rain. He held a sword but dropped it when the creature turned its head. And underneath the fallen weapon someone wrote that he had said, I conquered every kingdom but I couldn't conquer fear. I built 1,000 walls but innocence disappeared. I bought myself a crown but lost a child inside. Now something pure is standing here and I have nowhere left to hide. The story traveled farther than the forest ever knew. Merchants carried silver pages and described the creature too. They said its eyes reflected every secret in the heart. Not what a person wanted others to see, but who they were apart. A liar saw a mirror, a thief saw empty hands. A warrior saw a battlefield with flowers in the sands. A child saw nothing frightening, just a creature in the rain. And somehow the difference became the strangest part of the tale. Who decides what innocence is? Is it something you possess, or something that you miss? Can something pure survive inside a world that learns to lie? Can a creature stay untouched while every kingdom dies? The answer never written, the mystery never solved. Every time they tried to catch it, another clue evolved. A silver footprint vanished before the morning came, leaving only flowers growing when nobody had planted in them. Then came the night, the forest disappeared. No fire, no army, no warning to be feared. One morning every tree was gone, every path was stone, and in the center stood a doorway leading somewhere unknown. The fastest scholars studied every record they could find. They compared ancient stories from every corner of mankind, but every story had a creature with a horn and open hands. Sometimes white, sometimes silver, sometimes covered in gold. Sometimes young, sometimes ancient, not free from prison, not free from chains, free from becoming cruel just because the world causes pain. Free from revenge, free from hatred, free from lies, free enough to keep compassion living underneath the eyes. That's when the mystery twisted into something hard to hear. Maybe the unicorn wasn't hiding in the forest. Now the rhythm starts moving like a machine through the trees. Boom, block drums underneath the whispers riding on the breeze. Quick words, quick thoughts, no stopping in the flow. Every clue becomes another place to listen to. One final manuscript was discovered underneath the lake, written by a stranger who described the choice he had to make. He said the creature stood before him while the whole world turned to gray. No weapon in its hand, no threat, no words to say. He could have taken power, he could have asked for gold. He could have asked for knowledge of the secrets never told. Instead he lowered his head and simply let it go. And when he looked again, the unicorn was gone. The manuscript ended with a question nobody could solve. If innocence is truly real, why does it need to evolve? If purity can disappear, was it ever pure at all? Or does innocence become stronger every time we refuse to fall? The final page was empty except a single silver line. No signature, no date, no evidence to define it. Said the unicorn isn't a beast that waits somewhere unseen. It's the part of every human heart that hasn't learned to be mean. Some say that's only mythology, some say the tale is fake. Some say the unicorn was nothing but a symbol painters made. But every few hundred years the same old story starts again. A white shadow in the forest, a light beyond the rain. 3 white feathers waiting where no bird could have flown. A silver footprint fading before anybody knows. And somewhere in the distance when the moon begins to rise, a horn cuts through the darkness like a question in disguise. What if the creature never vanished? What if the forest never died? What if innocence isn't something lost, but something humanity keeps trying to hide?